Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is ETF2L Season 27, Week 4, the final match of the week. And we have Arctic Foxes versus ANTIC, the Foxes versus the Ants. It's going to be a good one. I'm joined by Erynn on the camera, and of course, we have Ro joining me and as the co-caster. How are you doing, Ro?
Doing great, man. Looking forward to some EU action in the preliminary stages of what's leading up to Insomnia 61, which was officially more or less announced about a week ago. So I'm really excited to see what teams are doing, how things are looking for the lineup.
Yeah, it's pretty well known that Arctic Foxes, they want to go to LAN. So, this is all basically a setup stage for them. But also, perhaps slightly more relevant, like at the very recent moment, like in the more like recent history, is that we're about halfway through the season, and right now Arctic Foxes, they're not actually doing that well. They're about number 5 in the brackets. Although it should be mentioned that first of all, they played one game less than everyone else, and so has ANTIC, and also they've run into 7, and 7 is kind of a wrecking ball as far as the EU TF2 goes. So it's not unsurprising that they would lose points there. But they've actually had some pretty lackluster results overall, I'd say. So it should be very interesting to see if they can overcome AMS's team, who have definitely struggled. But I have this feeling that the longer the season progresses, the better AMS's team is going to be. ANTIC.
Yeah, I'm also interested to see what AMS has got in store with the rest of his team. Being that one of those recognizable names when you're from America, like myself, one of the names you can recognize are things like AMS or Tiger, a little bit of Raptor, but all these other names are very unfamiliar to me. Oh, Smear, of course. How can I forget Smear? Smear is very familiar to me.
Yeah, there should be some familiar faces in here. I think going into the season, Arctic Foxes were considered kind of a shoe-in as the second best team in Europe. So the fact that they're placed number 5 right now is a bit surprising, I think. But at the same time, it can definitely change, and I think tonight should be a pretty good indicator of just how good they actually are. And if they're not like the second best team, then we have a pretty interesting situation of going on, like thinking about who will be the second best team. So why don't you take us through ANTIC's lineup here while we're at it?
Absolutely. We got Serotonin on Medic, Smear on Demo, AMS and Tom as our soldiers, as well as Scrab and Puskari. I fumbled that one. Puskari, who is another scout for the Team ANTIC.
Yeah, and I think it's very interesting to note that Puskari and Tiger, they used to be on different teams, and these are the two teams, they basically swapped. So it should be very interesting to see if there's any kind of beef between Puskari and his old team, and the same for Tiger, because they both kind of, like, Puskari left and then Tiger got kicked or something, and then Tiger was looking for a team, and then Arctic Foxes picked him up. So it should be interesting dynamic to see. And I will also mention that Puskari, I think he won like a rookie scout of the season or something. Like going his first season in Prem was really good. So, but speaking of Arctic Foxes, they have Raptor on Medic, and then they have Adam Rasic on Demo Man, kind of a up and coming Demo Man, been doing very well so far. And then they have Feeling, an absolute beast on Pocket, and then they have DD5F, Master of the Shovel. We're probably going to see some really good jumps, especially on Viaduct. Then we have Tiger and Maris on Scouts. And Maris is, I think, the Pocket Scout. And then Tiger is going to be plus forwarding some nodes. But yeah, those are the lineups. So I don't know how familiar you are with these two teams, Ro. I'm just going to put you on the spot here.
Sure.
Yeah. It's like, so what do you know about these teams? Like, what has bled into Americans' knowledge of these ETF2L teams?
Well, because I knew I was going to be covering this, I decided to take a quick little peek at Arctic Foxes versus 7, which, as you can imagine, just hearing the name 7 alone should tell me everything about what happened in that match. And yeah, it was exactly what you'd expect. 7 stomped them out of the ground on process, 4-1 or something like that, and the timer was just going down. Just really solid players overall, but that's 7 for you. You can't compete with the previous Insomnia champions.
Yeah, indeed. 7 is very much just on a level above everyone else. And I will mention, just in the beginning of this. I am doing a fantasy league for ETF2L. It's set up by Gentleman John, and I'm adminning it. So it's me that messed up all the prices, and whenever there's some sort of mistake in the uploads, that's my mistake. But it's kind of worth looking into them. Some of the most valuable players, you know, you can kind of tell like what kind of a season a lot of players have had just by like how well they do in the fantasy league, because they get some arbitrary points in there. And I'm pretty sure that that Feeling has had a pretty good season. And then like almost all of the players on both of these teams have actually been doing pretty poorly. I think especially AMS has kind of been struggling and been inconsistent, but AMS also started out the season on Scout, and now he's playing Soldier. So maybe that's going to be enough to turn things around. And either way, it should be very interesting to see how it actually works out. And like, I don't know, I'm sure you've actually seen AMS on Soldier, so
Yeah, that's what I would be familiar with AMS, and if you told me AMS was scouting, I'd be like, what? Is this like an off-season kind of deal, or what?
he's
Is
actually
this a
played
pug
Scout.
team?
Yeah, he's actually played Scout in one of the seasons before, and he was like an absolute beast, and he just did absolutely amazing. But this season, he hasn't really been very impressive. So it seems to be a very streaky thing. And I don't know, I think that a lot of players, if they have really good aim, but they switch classes, they tend to be inconsistent. You know, because like someone like Clockwork or like a really Premiership tier scout that's been in Prem forever, so like Shrugger, like he's gonna do a decent good performance every time, and sometimes he's gonna have like a good performance. Whereas when you have a player that's not really used to scout, like some days their aim will just be off and they don't know why, and then they can become really streaky. But yeah, he's not even on scout, so no reason to actually dwell on it. So the two maps we have today is gonna be Gullywash and Viaduct, and these are two pretty different maps, although you can run a lot of sniper on both of them, although Viaduct especially is a very scout and sniper focused map. So, you know, which team has the best sniper, that could really come into play. And alright. Oh, we're actually going live. My bad. Do you have any final predictions, Ro?
Not particularly. I'm just excited to see who's going to be taking over the other one, because both sides of the teams, both teams have players that could be a critical factor in making a good team. So I'd like to see the people I don't know make an impact and show me where the line is.
All right, I'm gonna go with Arctic Foxes pretty comfortably, but we'll see what happens here as the AMS reform team. See if they can actually work with. They actually have Tom going behind lines, and he goes in there and take down the demo man, and now everyone else is just moving forward, doing a ton of damage. Raptor's gonna go down for sure, and this was a complete murder. Tom going up the drop down there, and they're doing so much work. Serotonin does go down to Feeling there at the very tail end, so consolation prize, but that was a really good knock mid from ANTIC.
Yeah, they just had a solid hold on their choke point. They were able to shut down the players that were just throwing their bodies into the mix. But thankfully, Feeling managed to be able to stay away from the action long enough to find an opportunity to get in there and kill Serotonin, which is going to be a huge deal in holding on to this last point and not losing the round immediately.
We actually see some arrow building right now. DD, he's just gonna... No, sorry, Feeling's just gonna be shooting into the wall here and continually get arrowed. So they're actually gonna end up with a pretty sizable advantage. They can't really push on it, but you know, this is a very smart move. If the enemy team runs Kritzkrieg or something, or they build themselves, you know, they can't get caught out. So good play, good solid play, kind of a set play, and just gonna be a safe way to play. And they might actually move forward a little bit here.
We actually got a little bit of a sniper action from Tiger, who manages to peek a little bit right as AMS was spamming the area. So now we do see Tom and AMS getting in position, trying to find an opportunity here to get buffed and potentially bomb in, try and get some ground there. But there is a sentry guarding the river entrance, so that's not going to look like a great opportunity here. It's just going to be one of those things where eventually Tiger might get a pick and there might be a counter sack, or potentially a nice Uber exchange, which is what I'm hoping for very shortly.
Yeah, there's no off classes right now, so it's gonna be someone gonna have to try and get us a pick, but Smith's just gonna walk through the shutter door and get deaded on. So much for that. And Tom going down as well, so this could actually get pretty dangerous. There's only one spam class, and that's AMS. He's gonna waste all his rockets trying to air shot, and he's going down very weak. And so far, this fight is looking pretty good for Arctic Foxes. And finally, both Ubers have been forced, and this is actually a very close fight so far.
Yeah, but right now it looks like there could be a chance for AMS to get picked off here. Finally he does, but Tom comes in, takes out Raptor, and now going to be jumping onto the battlements, getting some pressure on the scouts here, but Tiger's going to take that down very easily. Scrab, meanwhile, takes down Maros, and now it's looking like they have the full positioning available to them on the second point. There's going to be some demo spam from Adam, trying to make sure that they don't lose the lobby immediately. And right now, Poskari is, he had a potential to peek the river, but he sees the sentry's been moved. So they're just going to be propped up on second, waiting for these Ubers to come their way because they have about a 40 advantage right now, which is going to be great.
Yeah, it's definitely a good time to push. Gonna have to contend with the Maros Pyro. He has shut down some Ubers in his past. So they're definitely gonna have to think about that. But they're actually gonna go into Riverside here, just going for the dispenser and sentry gun right away. Maros not really pushing back the Uber, but he's gonna fight 2 scouts instead. That's not gonna work. Now it's only 3 players alive right now for ANTIC. And oh my god, Tiger with a nice headshot there, but it's not quite gonna be enough. Strong early push here coming out for ANTIC, and they take the first round. Kind of unexpected as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the scoreboard right now, it looks like everyone got kind of shut down in the department of Arctic Foxes, not Antic Foxes.
Yeah, that's gonna be confusing.
Oh boy. Anyway. Going into this mid fight, I'd like to see, let's see, we got Tiger, gonna be running up the left side, spots out Tom going drop down, so he's gonna call it, and DD's gonna be ready right away to fight that off. He potentially gets Tom, he does pick that off, and now we're gonna be looking over here on the nipple of the midpoint. Tiger and his scout buddy Maros have complete control of the point, and are now just trying to catch the players out. There's someone in drop down right now, gets taken down immediately by Tiger, and AMS being down is gonna be huge for feeling to rotate through the garage door, and now he sees the medic. Oh, a nice little direct rocket there. Not going to be able to follow up on it, but it is going to keep the pressure because right now Scrab is disconnected from the rest of his team and is going to get taken down any moment now. There he does. Tiger picking up his second kill of this fight following mid, and they're going to cap second and get ready for poking, prodding into second, or last rather.
Yeah, DD going down there. He was trying to get some work done, but didn't quite succeed. But really good job there by Arctic Foxes to actually just respond to what ANTIC was doing on mid. You know, they saw that Tom went behind last time, and this time around they just shut it down completely. And every time a soldier went in behind, they just shut it down extremely fast, and they managed to just win the mid off of that. So let's see, Pascal, he's in spawn. Oh, he's just teasing us. He was just playing spy in there to check if there were any off classes, and he should have seen Maros being a sniper. So Maros so far has had a really good season on sniper. He's been hitting a lot of shots, and so he might be going just for the hero shot. He's already hit a couple of those this season. Oh, he's going to be a very dangerous presence on this map on sniper. So we'll see what angle he chooses here.
Right after his ISP decides to, or IP decides to give him a little bit more room here as he was lagging just a tiny bit there. Not going to be rotating. Did get a shot onto AMS there, but he's going to have to go for a quick play right here. But that sticky trap might get him in. Oh, Smear misses it. Going to miss out on that sticky trap there. And now Maros has an opportunity to peek through the window very aggressively with a little bit of help because there are stickies all over that balcony. He's going to be rotating underneath. He does charge up a shot. Almost connects on the Tom there, but it's going to take a little bit of span there. Have to rotate again over to the Riverside where potentially, with all this room Tom's giving them, using the Cow Mangler to weaken that sentry, which is obviously doing next to nothing. Maros now has an opportunity to peek here. He's going to get a shot onto Tom potentially. It's so close. He's going to fully charge a shot onto that sentry.
Sentry gun has been disabled. They got shot by the Cow Mangler. AMS actually tries to jump in. He gets shut down. No, actually, sorry. He tries to jump out into them. And now, right now, Maros, he has so much room. At some point, Serotone's going to have to walk across this pillar. Feeling gets taken down. But look at Maros. He's so far in. Actually hits a body shot onto the medic. Oh my god. Finally goes down. But man, Serotone, I think he leaked a little bit of pee there. That's so dangerous. So scary.
It's pretty terrifying when you have a sniper sitting on river and not even being contested very easily or quickly, like not even juggled. He's just kind of sitting there for free. AMS and Tiger exchanged lives in the lobby there, and right now we do see Poskari is rushing in, gets juggled and disconnected from the heals as Serotonin was just on the runaway mode right there. And now it's looking like a reset here.
Yeah, DD goes for the market gun, trying to catch out Tom, but Tom barely makes it out alive, and DD finds himself at the end of a sentry gun. There's actually a soldier out in lobby as well. AMS going very aggressively, and he spots the pyro. You sometimes see players and teams just bust out the pyro, take him into water, and then you can get some really awkward Ubers.
I know exactly what's going to happen here. This is a great play from Feeling because if they can deal with that sentry very quickly, they might be able to get onto this point. They take down the sentry right away, and now the Pyro is just kind of going around, trying to do a little bit of extra damage here on the side, causing a little bit of havoc too, but the rest of his team is not following up. They're just giving a little bit of room for Maros to get a shot here. He almost connects onto the medic, but decides to back up with the rest of the team because they've lost too many players. That Pyro play could have been a lot better.
Oh,
if
there's
they
a
had
demo
someone
behind him,
else.
though. Raptor, he's kind of cut off here. He actually takes a lot of damage, but barely makes it out alive. But that was dangerous, for sure. And Rasmus will make it out as well. Man, this is that was a close escape, but they did escape.
Tiger currently on last, about to meet up with Tom. Not going to be able to finish that off, though. He's going to be rotating out through Garage. Might actually catch out Smear here if he finds an opportunity to work his way around. And no, he's back in the back at last and does take out Tom. Very nicely done. That's going to be a good numbers advantage going into this because with one less soldier, it's a lot easier to hold these areas. Harder to push through with a 180 scout than it is with a 300 health soldier.
Yeah, that's very true. In choke point, soldiers are pretty good, especially at shutting down multiple players. But I think it's just going to slow down a little bit now. And for the first time, we have a stalemate situation with no off classes. So, we might see some soldiers jump in. And right now it's actually going to be Arctic Foxes rotating into Big Door. Sometimes we see teams just send scouts in behind, but there's actually a soldier just waiting for that. See Tom just waiting outside Shutter, and he's actually going to go up now. Catches out a soldier really hard, but somehow that soldier doesn't die. Holy crap. Can't believe they didn't get it, but Tiger and Maros both coming in there taking down Serotonin. Serotonin didn't want to pop, but in hindsight, definitely should.
Very nice job there from the scouts, taking down Serotonin and dropping him right there. They're going to be able to take the second point right away, and there's no one alive practically. Smear just setting up sticky traps in very, very sneaky corners, trying to reduce the knowledge of their presence, and now the bomb comes in from DD, sitting up top, keep taking a little bit of the Uber here, looking for the Demo Man in water. And he's going to find him, but Smear is staying alive just long enough. Some pressure coming into the back of the point, going to take that down. And now they're ready to get onto the point, but there is an AMS with a full buff walking forward, ready to contest anything going on here. Smear finally gets taken down by Tiger in water. And ooh, he's so low. AMS gets taken down. That'll be the round. 2 Arctic Foxes tying it up 1-1 with 20 minutes left.
Yeah, it's a really good round too. Yeah, it was basically a heartbreaker round, wasn't it? Yeah, they were all the way back on last. And then they went all the way back to the other last. So a very well contested round right here. It looks like we're going to see Adam going on the floor right away. That's kind of interesting. Most demos choose to go to the choke, but Smear's actually been shut down pretty heavily right now by Adam. And Soldier's jumping in as well.
Smear almost gets taken down there, but luckily the arrow is going to keep him alive. DD trying to initiate here over on the side. It's going to be over by the elbow, keeping the distraction up. But right now it's AMS from the drop down play, trying to come in, but gets taken out by Tiger through Banana. And now the rest of the team of... Oh! What happened when? Where? Oh, Raptor, that's right.
With like a dying rocket, yeah. So AMS, he did get them there, and now it's a pretty interesting situation. Maris is coming in onto the medic, and they're actually going to force it. And a nice pipe there by Smear is going to take down a scout. But the mid cap will still definitely go to ANTIC. Right? Oh no, sorry, to Arctic Foxes. I keep messing up the animals here. I apologize. They're actually trying to come in here. And this is very aggressive play right now by ANTIC. They are all perfectly bombed by Feeling.
Absolutely great job by Feeling. He was hiding behind the nipple of the midpoint and jumped around, caught him right as he was walking up that ramp. Now we do see Adam, or rather Tiger, picking up 3 kills in that exchange. Also 2 with the pistol, very nicely done. Gonna be now taking the second point, and that was just a really bad play from ANTIC. They were trying to get into the point, and then of course losing their medic was a big thing, but then they all just crumbled after that. It was practically useless. Everyone else didn't do anything else. They just kind of died.
Yeah, it was very, very aggressive, and as a result, they're going to have to be dealing with another Uber advantage push, and we actually see Feeling on Pyro once again. So this time around, they're playing Pyro with an Uber advantage. Definitely changed the dynamic quite a bit, and he's about to come out of water, but there's still stickies on the point though. And now the Pyro is down the point, but there's a heavy down there. They're going to need to deal with him, and they do pretty quickly. However, now it's just Smear up, but no, it's not going to be enough. The Pyro doing some work here.
Pyro on Gullywash last is a very good thing to have, especially when your rockets are going to be feeding against them. So there you got a nice little reflect kill. and a lot of damage on a Tom, which Tiger was able to clean up there. So that was very nice work on these last pushes with the Pyro. That's how you got to use it. You got to get in that last point and just air blast away. Right click to win.
Right click to win indeed. It's going to be both teams taking each other's side right now. So basically an aggressive opening out of both of them. And a nice fight from Adam will open everything up. 2 players down right now for ANTIC, and I think they're just scrambling to get out at this point. See Seroton down in Bitcoin. Oh, AMS tried to get out, and Seroton actually got Raptor. What?
That fadeaway arrow as he was escaping through the garage door, and now he's trying to initiate onto the scout that's very desperate to get him, but Tiger's going to think better of it and rotate back. Get ready to cap the second point, but we're going to see some initiation potentially from ANTIC, because they don't want to give up this point freely. They have a medic alive with Uber advantage.
Yeah, that's definitely going to put a spanner in the wheels of anything. Look, we have a scout sword behind the point, just hiding and waiting. He might go for the medic pick, he might go for the back cap. Looks like he's going to go for the medic. Yeah, can he get him? He's trying so hard. Oh, he got him. He got the medic. Great play by Maros. Playing the flank scout role right there. There's going to be a bunch of counter aggression coming out here from ANTIC. Both scouts doing a lot, but actually doing a lot more than I thought. What the hell? They just beasted everything. What?
What an incredible play from Puskari, who was able to catch out the soldier and then fall right into the medic as the demo man was going on a rampage. Adam doing so much work with the pipes, but he couldn't save his medic in time, and as a result, looks like Ubers are going to be evened out, and they're going to be able to take second.
Yeah, Soda was hiding up top. He figured out that was a bad idea, and DD, I think, is going to go down for it. Yeah, he dies.
Solo AMS going to be rotating up, trying to catch up to Failing, who's getting a lot of the heals right now, and the pressure is really strong. The follow-up bomb might actually get him caught out, but no, AMS is wisely staying out of trouble here. But Tiger could potentially get the body shot. That's so close. Tiger going to be rotating to the other side now with his sniper rifle in hand, ready to catch the players in River who are getting ready to push here. They don't have Uber quite ready, and it's going to be even, so even a dry push would be kind of risky. Over here on the bottom of the point, we do see Puskari able to pick up Adam there, who is a very critical player in this.
Yeah, now there's going to be no stickies on the point, so they basically have to keep a player down there. Smear the baits out Maros. He tries to go for some counter aggression, but the Ubers are even, and I think Arctic Foxes, they didn't want to. No, sorry, the Ants didn't want to commit here. I'm going to keep messing these teams up. It's too similar, I swear. They might actually peek out into lobby and trying to set up a forward hold. That's a really good way to deny sniper presence and sniper off classes. And actually Tiger will be sniper in Riverside and hit a nice shot onto a soldier who's going to jump him again. Oh, he actually gets him. All right.
Two amazing rockets from AMS there, able to take down Tiger, and now we're going to be seeing an opportunity here for not much actually. I lied. It's even numbers. It's Smear once again playing with fire as he tries to walk towards the door, and it's initiation for Puskari, who gets cut out by the sentry naturally in River, and now it's a follow-up from Maros, who almost gets Tom, but he's so weak. Once again, Smear loses to that battle against Adam, who
Tom might
very
die as
fun
well. Yeah, Tom's going down as well. Actually, they trade for feeling, so I don't know. I thought that was a push, but it seemed like everyone else just ran back, and I think that's actually a shame because a lot of people went down, and the AMS will trade once again with Tiger. Those two guys don't like each other, I think. That's the second time in a row they just demolish each other.
Yeah, they seem to have like a Romeo and Juliet kind of pact going on. If you go, I go.
Yeah. You know, just now they're probably just typing erotic things to each other in their chat. That seems like a reasonable assumption right now. And Smear, he's trying to take down the sentry and spam it out, and he will do it. Good job by him. Just charging stickies over and over again from long range. And we actually see a soldier in water. That's AMS. He hasn't really done anything yet, but he might do the classic. Nope, he'll just do the classic. I'll die again.
Oh, but it's not gonna be enough. It's gonna draw players to the point though, and that's gonna be very good. But Feeling showing a lot of strength here with the help of DD, gonna take down all these players. And now with 3 down, it's not looking good for Smear and Scrab. They're gonna be playing really far back. Smear gonna have some stickies on the main shutter, but it's not gonna slow down a push from up top. He's just gonna be able to get some spam in here. The initiation is coming in from Feeling, who catches Scrab, but Scrab gets Ubered, and now the exchange is happening on below the point. But now the respawns of ANTIC have come in, and now they're ready to fight this with full force. They got their crit heals and are ready to go. Let's see what's going to happen and unfold in this fight.
Yeah, so far, Arctic Fox, they're being pushed back pretty hard, but Raptor does indeed go down, but the 2 players have also gone down, and Puskari actually gets another pick that he shouldn't have gotten. And it looks like it's going to be just a 3v3 with a sentry up, so I don't think any push is actually possible for Antic, but they maintained their medic alive, and that's going to be crucial. And Mares peeks outside, see if he can get the medic. He gets spotted, and he just runs back home with his tail between his legs. Oh, Tiger's going to play sniper once again.
Trying to see some initiation here from Tiger. He's hit some good shots early on in these exchanges on the defensive side when he has to catch someone while everything else is going on. By now, we're seeing if he can potentially get something going on in River, because the players are coming with the Uber, and now let's see what he can grab as he's going to be rotating over to the right side, potentially catching someone out in the balcony. The jump is coming in, and the Uber is off, taking down the sentry right away, and Scrab gets taken down by Tiger,
Raptors
just like I
caught.
said.
Yeah, Raptor goes down as well. That's huge. But there's actually a banner coming out as well. That's on the defensive side. But, oh, is it actually going to be enough? It is. Clutch banner by Feeling right there. Completely saved it for his team. I thought that was going the other way. They're actually going to try to get the cap here, but that's going to be pretty difficult because the scout went pyro and he had to switch.
Valiant's backup is pretty strong when you want to stay alive, and he just barely managed to hold on to it. Right now, Scrab is initiating and scaring Feeling out, but the rest of the players of Arctic Foxes are going to get caught out here, and that's going to be Raptor going down. He's desperate to get the medic. He's going to probably get killed here. Finally does, but Tom is the only player alive, and he gets killed, and now it's all over.
Yeah, they just all dive bombed Raptor like they wanted Raptor. They got Raptor, but that was all they got. Not really. So they're probably going to lose mid as well. And oh my god. Smooth decides to walk out of spawn. That's a huge blunder. He's going to get taken down. And that's going to be an easy mid cap, and they can actually just walk into second as well because there's not going to be any sticky traps. So they can just maintain a crazy amount of momentum coming out of the gate here.
You see the Ubers are practically even, but with that extra power of building with crossbow, potentially there could be a little bit of a disparity, as we do see it's picking up from Raptor. It's not even crits. It is crits Krieg.
It is
exactly crits Krieg. That's what I thought. I was like, there's no way that built that fast. Got a festive crits Krieg.
That was beautiful. It's all shiny and glowy, and even more so when you actually charge it. They're actually going to go Riverside, it looks like, and take it in through there. They might put it on the soldier so he can build his banner really fast. That's a good pop strat. They are going to go on the demo man though, and the first sticky will take down a soldier, and they take down the sentry as well. But now there's a pyro, pretty dangerous to crits against a pyro. But they're going to jump a soldier onto the point. But now there's going to be an Uber to counter it, and if Raptor can actually escape her, they can build the crit speed faster. But they might also just go in. They have so many players behind.
They have to commit to it. They have the crit stickies, but no, Adam takes down Smear, and now it's just Scrab alive. Oh, but a desperate play from Raptor potentially could save it.
Oh, AMS.
Can he do it? No,
oh
it's
my
just
god.
Tiger.
AMS was
1
Tiger.
HP pistol.
Oh,
That's going to be the end. Puskari manages to get back in time and takes him down, saving the round, barely getting through that.
Yeah, Puskari loses the 1v1 against DD by Rep there. Good job by DD, winning those sort of these scout duels. That's not an easy feat these days. It kind of seems like it's a scout's paradise in this meta, but he made it work. And Tiger's gonna play sniper once again. So right now we just saw, we saw Feeling clutch it on last with the banner, and then now we saw AMS clutch it just with rockets. So both teams doing an amazing job of actually holding last.
Yeah, but Tiger has a lot of freedom here. He's just sniping from the lower main entrance, and DD's getting onto the point now, taking out Tom, so he's going to be getting onto the point with a little bit of help from Meros. This trap goes off, but that was exactly what they needed because Meros was out of range and able to pick it up, and now it's going to be 3-1 with only 8 minutes left in this round, this map, rather.
Yeah, that almost felt anticlimactic. There were so many epic holds and really strong pushes, and then it was just kind of like a scout running onto the point and capping it willy-nilly that finally sealed the round. So that was pretty interesting. But what do you see on this mid, bro?
These Smear taking a lot of damage early on and getting disconnected. He's going to have to rotate over heals from Serotonin rather, and now they're going to be all clumped up and out of the way. AMS gets launched into the skybox, but that doesn't stop him from taking out DD, and Tom's going to fall up on the Raptor from the drop-down play he's been doing constantly. It is Feeling right now on the point, going to have to desperately bomb in for the medic. Gets taken down right away from Piscari, but Tom also got taken down by Tiger. And now the scouts of Arctic Foxes are coming in. They do not want to give this up freely. Maros is initiating onto Serotonin, but Smear's gonna be able to get that shot. Now it's just up to Tiger with 27 HP. He's hunting, he's looking, he knows he can find it, but he's just got to slow them down and juke him a little bit. He's actually hiding very conveniently. They know he's there. Can he initiate? Tiger getting a nice little shot on the scrap, but no, it's not gonna be enough. He gets taken down.
Yeah, stuck out there on 23 HP. Not a whole lot you can do if the enemy actually outbrains you and figures out where you are. So, pretty good mid right here. It's kind of holding close, but taking down the medic that early really paid off for them. And they're definitely going to get second here. It's just a matter of can they maintain enough pressure and not lose anyone. You know, it's so easy to just feel like you have an Uber and feel very confident, so you just move in. But they're actually just going to go into main, and they do lose one. And now Maris is actually pushing everyone back here with this Uber. He does go down, and the medic is about to get caught out. Yeah, there we go. Scrap with the second kill of this Uber. Going to do a ton of work, and Didi is about to go down as well. There we go. Both scouts doing so much work, and Scrap getting a third kill. But now it's a sentry gun. Sentry guns are pretty good against scouts. But no, it finally goes down, and Scrap 4 kills. Oh, Adam! Can he hold it?
Oh, absolutely. The heals are coming in now, and a follow from Maros is going to take down that last player. It is just Tom alive, and that's going to be it. Maros picking up 3 kills there, as well as the heals, and now it's just Serotonin who's losing Uber advantage by the second, waiting for the respawns, who are probably going to be disconnected. And actually, Serotonin might even get killed here, because they're disconnected. The 4 spawns do appear, and now the Uber is starting to build, but that huge disadvantage is going to lead the way for Arctic Foxes to take the round and potentially the map with very little time left.
These last clutches defenses, man, it's so crazy. And actually a very aggressive jump in there by AMS. Just going to jump in and create a ton of space in big door. Hit a nice fat rocket to begin with, but it actually looks like we have a threatening wraparound here. There is a back cap going on as well, but AMS is pretty weak. Actually Smear with a nice pipe takes down Adam. But there's a lot of cap time on the middle, and Maris is on top of the point just blocking it. He will eventually go down, but he did what he needed to do, just blocked it. And the rest of Arctic Foxes, they're just going to keep plowing forward here.
Yeah, they want a complete shutout. They don't want any chance of TCM comeback with 2 seconds on the clock.
Abandon the cap point and go for the medic pick, and the first scout goes down, and now it's just going to be a Uber duel, and they don't have second yet. This might have been a big misstep. You can see they're even playing last point, but last point is not active, so you're not actually being very threatening. And yeah, I don't think this works out at all. Oh, feeling. God save them.
I was gonna say Failing doing an amazing job there, pulling all the players away and nobody even chasing Raptor at all. But after Piscari was rushing after him and leaving Feeling alone, Feeling was able to rotate through water to river and catch out Serotonin, who was basically on autopilot, just blindly following his players, and gets caught out by Feeling there. So nice 1-for-1 exchange for the medics there. With that equalizing things out, it's going to be even harder for ANTIC to find an opportunity to take this back.
Yeah, and the crucial thing right now to keep in mind is that we're very close to Arctic Foxes just being able to go into camp mode and just sit around and just shut down the game and do nothing. And if they just do nothing for 2 minutes, they basically win. And GD is not going to do nothing. He's going to go and see if he can get a kill, but he gets eventually spammed out. And we actually see a push out right now into an Uber disadvantage. Right, so Serotonin, he's going very aggressively. He's like right next to the enemy medic, and he has no Uber himself. So if he can dance like a maniac and survive this might actually be really good. They got the Uber out of them. So great job there, and they actually have people behind as well. Raptor does, however, get a kill, but he eventually goes down himself. So a pretty great push out right here for ANTIC.
Arctic Foxes manages to get away, but not before Adam gets taken down. So now ANTIC has an opportunity to recap this and take mid with very little congestion. We do see Tiger playing from the garage, big door. That's going to be a really hard time for them to push through. They are going to be rotating through their own big door, so it's going to be avoiding a lot of the pressures of Tiger watching choke. But Tiger has a fully charged shot now, and it's going to be just a very small amount of time before it's all over. He does manage to surf away from the spam, and now he's going to be able to hold on the second, preventing most pushes from either angle, keeping eyes on big door now. It's going to be an easy shot for him. If he can get the first one, no, he misses it. And Serotonin is wisely, no, not even wisely, almost gets caught out there, walking into the sideline, but Tiger gets taken down, and now it's a follow bomb from AMS, who's going to be able to take down Feeling and follow up the pressure on the river side, catching these players out, potentially. No, they do escape, and there is a sentry ready. AMS is overcommitting for it, though. He fluffs both rockets, and Raptor stays alive, but Uber is already popped off. and now the air blasting is coming through. Raptor now finally dies, and Smear is getting onto the point, throwing stickies down, but gets taken down by the shotgun of DD. Oh, but it's gonna be enough
Scrap
because
coming
the
in
scout is
from
on
the
the point.
side. This is so close. Oh, I think Scrap couldn't quite do it. No, another clutch hole, and that was really important because if ANTIC cap here, they can definitely win or at least get 2 rounds in 2 minutes. So whew, that was a very important hold right there. And Tom will actually get caught out by a soldier and gets taken down by Feeling. Oh, we might be trying to see. Oh, okay. AMS getting desperate here. I think just jumping in.
Yeah, he was all the way in river, almost on the opportunity to go for the back cap there, but it's not going to be enough. It's looking like it's all she wrote with only 2 minutes left. It's near impossible, and with Raptor going down, Arctic Fox is going to have a hard time here, but Adam with the great 2 picks onto the scouts of ANTIC, and now it's going to be another fight going on to the point. Marrow's taking down Tom, and oh, it's a back cap from Smear, who could potentially save this round. It's going to be very hard for him to cap this point. He has to hit so many pipes and stickies, and it's not going to be enough. He gets taken down. Oh, it's not looking good. Raptor just now on the respawn, though. He could have potentially won that Smear, but won't be enough.
It wasn't to be. Tiger's going to come in with a big flank right here. Serton's going to go down to DD, who also flanked. And there's a single scout in lobby or in elbow right there, and man, the soldiers are just cleaning up right now. And I think that's going to be it. Now it's just a matter of can they get another point, just really cement their win right here. It just seems to me like ANTIC, they weren't able to push these last point and cap them out. Just every time it seems like they barely failed it. There's actually a crit squeak in water right now.
Yeah, they decided to back off the point. They could have capped it, but they're going to bait their entire team now as they wait for all their players to die. And nobody even knows they're underneath except Tom finally catches things out. Oh no, they didn't even hear it. How do you not hear the medigun beam? They had the crit squeak ready, and now we do see DD coming onto the point with a big crit squeak. It's going to hit the first player, connects there, follows up onto AMS. It's one more shot to take it down, and that's going to be the round. Finishing it off 4-1 with 30 seconds left on the clock.
That's how you get extra fantasy points, my friends. You get a bunch of crit squeak kills. Good job. I also like that. Like, actually, just you can do a surprise crit squeak like that on the point. Like, they have to dive it, so it's actually pretty good. Pretty good play overall. Like, it's not as good as just capping it outright, but it's a pretty good play.
That was the smart way to play it. Hurt everyone else's fantasy points in exchange for your crit squeak ones.
Yes. That's how to do it. Yeah, let's look at some logs here. Should be pretty good. Who do you expect before you look at the logs to do well?
Oh man, I gotta be honest. Adam hit a lot of pipes, so I think he has fat damage, but he was very low on the scoreboard. I want to say, man, it's so tough. And DD's last round there was just phenomenal. It's hard to, I don't know. I want to say damage top 3 is probably like Adam, DD, Tom.
All right, you were. I'm gonna give you 2 out of 3, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Adam did very well. He had 26 kills and 10, so he might have been low on the scoreboard, but he did really well. He was number 2 in damage. Actually, number 1 in damage was Tiger on Scout. Okay.
Insane.
Yeah, that's
that
a good
sniper coming through.
Yeah, for sure. And also, DD did have a good game. He went 24 for 18 on Roamer. That's good.
Yeah.
Especially sometimes he does really bad because you do send in suiciders over and over again. It's like Reckoner stats. But not this time around. But a very close game overall, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm looking at a Smear's stat line, and it's kind of okay. You know, it's good. It's a demo man stat. You know, 250 DPM. But when you look at the top 3 players, Tiger, Adam, and Feeling, top damaging, top kills pretty much. Actually, it's DD, not Feeling, taking those kills. It's just a complete shutout just from 3 players alone. In fact, when it comes to frags, only Puskari was doing anything, and everyone else on the red team, ANTIC, were bottom fragging practically. So clearly not getting the advantages they need to, or rather the kills. If you look at this kill disparity, Arctic Fox is at 128 to 93, as well as about 7,000 more damage.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised at how one-sided these logs seem, because I felt like it was a pretty close game, and it was just ANTIC not really being able to cap last, you know? But if I just looked at these logs and didn't see the game, I'd say it was a pretty clear clear-cut case of just one team being better, but that's not how the game felt to me. It's very
A lot of
interesting.
back and forth. Very even for the most part, and also the fact that AMS and Tom had equal amount of deaths. That's kind of unfortunate because that kind of also speaks to Tom's impact on this match, as he had pretty much half of Tom's kills were added to AMS's 150% more kills than Tom, and same amount of deaths from both of them. Tom kind of needs to step it up going into this next match on Product, I think.
Oh, that's a bad map to try and step up on a soldier. Oh my god, I think he's about to have a bad time.
Yeah, especially with Tiger as a great sniper and Maros, as you mentioned earlier, having an opportunity to work on that map. But also at the same time, Maros and Tiger forfeiting up their scout role to play the sniper role will be a disaster. Not necessarily a disaster, but it's like, you could potentially say it's a downgrade unless one of the soldiers switches off to scout intentionally.
Yeah, I wonder how they, I talked about how Buscari and Tiger switch teams, and I'm wondering how they feel about kicking Tiger right about now. Because Tiger just basically kicked him in the dick with the going with the two KD almost, and just top damaging on scout.
Which is miraculous, honestly. Very, very powerful stat for your scout.
Yeah, and now we come into like basically the ultimate scout map in the entire map pool. Scouts dominate this map. Like sometimes you see demos also have really good games, but it's very rarely soldiers. It's almost always snipers and scouts that just run this map and decide how it's all gonna go. So if Tiger can keep it up, he's gonna be very dangerous. But I will also note that Puscari, he did have a very good game. He top damaged for his own team. So there's definitely some scout powerhouses getting ready to go to work on this map. So let's not write ANTIC off just yet.
Man, I remember a time when Viaduct was a demos game where you would regularly see 400 damage per minute or 350s constantly, and then after that darn demo nerf, man, it was looking bleak. But at least they more or less refixed him or made him a little bit less horrible. But like you said, it's currently a scouts game with Demoman being a lot less impactful thanks to the damage and ramp up nerf with his stickies.
I guess I should mention that of the games that I've seen on so far this season, there's at least the last two games that I saw, both Cadus and Elikor both went absolutely nuts, and they had like a 3 KD both of them, and had like Elikor had like 450 DPM or something crazy. So the Demomen have actually been doing really well so far this season on Viaduct. But it's not all the matches that go that way. But maybe it's a pattern. Maybe it's just random. You never know. But if I had to guess anything, I'd say that Mare's going to play a lot of sniper, and we're going to see Tiger and Serotonin. No, not Serotonin. Puscari get a lot of kills and do a ton of damage and just be the playmakers for their team.
Very excited to see what's going on. I'm not clear. I'm more or less clear on how Europe's format works with the 30 minutes, win by 5 deal. But how does it work for Product? How does it work for Koth?
It is best of 5, so first to 3 wins.
First to 3 wins.
And that's it. Like there are no ties or anything complex like that. No, it's just you win or you lose.
Yep.
So that's pretty simple, and they will not change sides or anything. They just play up to 5 rounds, and whoever gets the 3 first wins, and they get 3 points for that map. So that's pretty simple, I'd say, and probably also slightly shorter. I think you guys played to 4.
Yeah, we do. And because it's usually ESCA, it's first to 3 and then half, and then that team only needs to win 1 round and it's over. There's that looming death every single time that halftime is over. There's always they just need 1 round to win, or we just need 1 round to win. Yeah. Very terrifying, but can lead to some pretty exciting games if it's like a 3-2 half.
Yeah. Obviously, we played 2 maps, so we probably need to cut down the time a little bit. I know they're gamers and everything, but at some point, they probably can't sit still anymore, and they need to go to the bathroom and everything.
But 7 rounds of potentially 7 minutes total is pretty rough. A 50-minute Viaduct match sounds so ancient and long ago. So thankfully, you guys don't follow that rule.
Yeah, that's not that's definitely not the case. But we've had some very good Viaduct games so far this season, I'd say, and like they've all, or not all, sorry, that's just not true. But a lot of them have gone to 5 rounds, into the 5 rounds, and they've also been pretty close. So like if the rest of the season is anything to go by, this should be a very close and well fought match. And I will also mention that the DD5F, we didn't see it too much on Gullywash, but he is known for his market gardening, and he's gonna jump some nerds, especially medics, and he's gonna just do. He's a very good jumper, so he's just gonna like jump across the map and just insta kill a medic, and that's gonna happen at some point. I all but guarantee it, and that should be pretty exciting. And like Gullywash is probably the worst map to play market gardener on, but Viaduct might be one of the best.
Yeah.
Like that in process.
A lot of fun little jumps that I've explored on my own and seen from top players to get around on this map. And I think I remember a clip a long time ago. It might have been in the stream highlights thread on teamfortress.tv. There was I think I remember something. It might have been DD. I'm assuming it might be DD, where a desperate a desperate soldier on Product just was about to die, and he just kind of jumped and then got the market gardener on the medic out of nowhere. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it seems to happen quite a lot, and like at least last season there was a lot of market gardening going on. It's been kind of seems to have slowed down quite a bit this season, but you know, maybe it's just been waiting for this one match and just go crazy with that. But that's definitely a small X factor that Arctic Foxes can pull out, and like just the more I think about the assets that Arctic Foxes have on this map, the more I like their chances.
Exactly. Gonna be a very large hill to climb for poor ANTIC, but they can step it up, hopefully.
Yeah, I guess I should mention that I think AMS has had some really good games on Viaduct before on Soldier. He's one of the few soldiers that have had good results on it. But we are live here, so ETF2L season 27, week 4, Arctic Foxes versus ANTIC. Arctic Foxes took the first map surprisingly comfortably, I'd say. More comfortably than I gave them credit for. And let's see if they can repeat that on this map.
Tom with the fast bomb already onto DD. Gonna get a little bit of a chip away shot there, but nothing comes of it. So now Tiger's gonna be able to initiate here, take out Smear on his rampage. Now he's gonna be falling up onto AMS potentially. Takes a rocket and a nice pipe from Adam. Take that down, and then following up onto Scrab. That's going to be a complete wipe with only the soldiers DD and Feeling going down. So as you can see right away, Tiger and Maros, as well as Adam, the key players, or the key classes of any Viaduct match, naturally stopping the entire mid-fight.
Yeah, it's pretty telling. I think he did a pretty good job of getting the medic down. Good jump in, but here comes the very aggressive push in. There are no Ubers in play right now, and Maris kind of beeps his shots and eventually goes down, and it's actually going to be a mid-cap here, it seems like, but there might be an Uber in place of it, and oh my god, he just with the body shot just rails them off, brings out the railgun here. That will turn things around, for sure, and Tiger even takes down AMS. So that was a pretty good hold. I thought we were going to see a cap of midpoint and then a recap coming out due to the Uber advantage, but no. Some nice railgun shots from DD. It's going to turn that whole thing around.
He's also got eyes on the cliff side right now, and they're calling it out. They're clearing the traps right away. Smear desperately pulling out his melee, taking out that sticky, and now the spam is coming in. Scrab's going to get taken down by that fully charged shot from DD, who's picked up a 3rd kill, and it's going to be an impact here during this Uber exchange while they're trying to escape. Guascari can potentially get something happening here as he's kind of distracting him, not even getting noticed here. Going to get pain trained by Adam there, and now it's a follow-up bomb. DD's going to take that down.
Boom,
AMS had no chance whatsoever. DD doesn't even know what a head looks like. He says, oh, it's that little section in the middle, right?
Yeah, like that's what I've always heard from gun enthusiasts. Like, you go for the body, you know. That's what you do. Shoot in the chest area. Like that's where the body is biggest, and you have the highest chance of getting an impact shot. And he's taking that to heart. He's just sitting on China right now, charging up another one. Oh, but there's another sniper in the game. Mare's gonna get his head ripped off. So already, Puskar is ahead on the headshots, but the soldier would like to jump behind. That's Tom. That's just gonna be a big distraction while the rest of them come in. Now on the riverside, no, not riverside, the cliff side. The AMS will not quite be able to get it, and Tom not in a position to really get it either. But everyone did jump back.
Unfortunately, Serotonin was taking a lot of damage in that exchange. Right now, we're going to be having a Uber fight. Serotonin was completely out of that fight, and somehow AMS and Tom were able to keep a lot of distraction and push out the players. This Uber nothing really happened. They just popped Uber and said, hey, see ya, bye. And they all fled. Now we're going to be seeing some initiation from DD, who's sniping from the lower main, trying to get eyes on anyone peeking their head over the point, and that's going to give some freedom for the rest of Arctic Foxes to rush forward, take some ground, and keep the aggression up. They do see a desperate bomb from AMS, who's going to get piped right away by Adam, and now it's going to be easy for them to cap it without even really like contesting the point. And now ANTIC is looking like they're crumbling, having no opportunities here. Oh, what a shot from Fuskari. Able to take that down and follows it up with a headshot on the ceiling, who gets taken down by a nice little no-scope follow-up. Tiger going to clean that one up, and Tiger's sitting very comfortably with his 5 kills.
Yeah, just hanging out, just casually body-shotting people. Emma's going to jump into the skylock. Oh, he's not quite going to get there. But it's just pretty safe pushing right here for the team, while Tom is going to jump behind once again. So far, Tom has gotten behind every time without dying. Just to say that he does die, however, but he gets in really far. But right now, all that means is that he gets taken down very easily, and his rest of the team is going to play 4v6. But they have to push it because time is winding down, and there's not that much time on the point. It's just a medic. I think they're just keeping him alive out of spite, just waiting for him. And there we go. First round will go to Arctic Foxes. Pretty clinical right there.
I agree. When you look at the stats of the scouts, they have a 6 kill streak apiece, and I don't think they died once.
I wouldn't be
surprised.
helpful
when your scouts stay alive the entire round.
Yeah, that's very strong. I'm not sure you're correct on it, but it definitely feels like you're right. As let's see if we see Tom bomb in behind once again. It's kind of what he's been doing so far. He's hanging back so far. He's actually going to be feeling that jumps in very quickly and takes down the sniper. Putting on that pressure, and we already have the second soldier up here on China again. So much pressure coming out of, you see a crater. But yeah, that was a very strong mid coming out from Arctic Foxes, but they might die here as Tom will jump in very aggressively onto the medic. He's done 2 nice rockets and gets the 3rd one. Nice.
Follow-up bomb from Smear is going to actually keep the aggression going, but he got a little bit too far, went a little bit too close to the sun there, and gets taken down by Tiger, who finally gets taken down by Fuskari. Managed to pick up a little no-scope there. Ooh, and then a follow-up onto DD is going to be enough to take that down, and now it looks like potentially ANTIC can take this point without losing too much time. AMS is going to be on scout, though. That's going to be why they have all these players. They don't want to forfeit Fuskari as a scout for sniper, but obviously he's doing a good job, so AMS is now on scout as well to make sure they have full abuse here. But Adam is like, who's AMS? Is that a scout name?
He was on scout, now he's dead. That's going to be unfortunate for his team, but the DD, yeah, he went for the market garden. He's actually still alive behind lines, but they sacrificed quite a bit to get that force off, but like Maris, he doesn't care, and actually he's gonna just come in there and get a bunch of kills, and the medic does eventually go down. So this was all pretty solid. It's gonna be a soldier at the moment and a medic on the point, and they might get jumped here, but it looks like no, they're safe for now. So a pretty good push overall.
Yeah, indeed, and funnily enough, good old Serotonin was able to pick up Tiger there. So at least somebody's killing Tiger, right?
Right, yeah. Now he's definitely dead, at least once. And Tiger dying once again. That's a good pick, right? Raptor surfs around, gonna land on the medkit. Pretty good. So he gets out alive, but they will lose the point here, but at least they're gonna be able to go for the recap pretty soon. The DD does his best to get another body shot kill. Fuskari goes down to 1 HP, but gets saved by a nice error from his medic. But I think we're about to see a counter push coming out here.
Fuskari is lined up for a shot, misses the body shot onto Raptor, who is now rushing forward with Tiger. Tiger Uber sounds really fat here, milking it for all it's worth, getting him down to the 20s, and then a follow-up bomb from Adam gets shut down by the that nasty little fence there. I don't know if he put on his glasses or anything, but Adam needs to be making something happen here. Fuskari actually gets taken down by Maros' 3-rune blade, and the counter Uber is coming from Serotonin onto Smear, who's going absolutely ham with it, shooting stickies on the floor and practically juggling himself in the air. But AMS takes an arrow and it's going to have to back up here. The cap is now starting to go underway for ANTIC. Times are fairly even. It's going to be a re-initiation from Tiger, who steps onto the point for just a moment. Follow-up bomb from Feeling, going to take a lot of damage here now. Can he get any more damage? Get healed up. He's going to rotate back, and now Tom has an opportunity to jump into the point, but it's actually Tiger who rushed forward, takes out Piscari, and now follows up on this grab, potentially follows up on the medic rather, and then a third on the smear. What is happening, Tiger?
Neither team wants to give up on this. They're just going to keep fighting. There's the 2 scout now. ANS gets the double kill, gets the triple kill. Can he get the 4th one to complete the frag streak? No. Adam hits him with a with a stick with like a nail through it. That's an OP weapon right there. Oh, AMS, he's sad in chat, but he did a good job either way. But yeah, frag streak got denied there.
Lots of plays coming from both sides of the scouts. AMS showing maybe he is okay on scout. Maybe he can do something here today. We just see TD with a fast bomb right away, but he's gonna back off instantly. Very shy about his bomb. He's like, that could have been better. Let me try again in a minute.
Yep, see, once again, Tom's in the skybox, gonna go behind lines once again. But everyone else from Arctic Foxes, they've just run forward. And right now, Raptor's just baiting players into him, and this is gonna be an overwhelming win for Arctic Foxes. Piscari is still hiding, like sniffing around, waiting for that sniper pick. He's actually just gonna go in very aggressively, gets shot down by DD. Good job, they're not gonna allow the sniper to walk forward and get it. We're going to see some charge shots coming up, I'm feeling. You can do that with the Cow Mangler, where you charge it up and it'll do like a charge shot that does a lot of damage and light people on fire, but he doesn't hit anything. He's going to have to just reload and get ready, but it's going to be another fight. No Ubers in sight just yet, and this is a very good time to actually push on, because anytime that a blue player dies, a red player is going to spawn faster than the blue player. So just trading kills right now for red is very good. But so far, no kills have been traded at all. They just get the point.
And it's going to be a follow-up bomb from DD onto Serotonin. Takes a little bit of damage there, but he's going to survive. And now Piscari also going to follow up on the feeling, so that no soldiers alive on the side of Arctic Foxes. This could be the round for ANTIC, as unfortunately Tom and AMS get taken down. So that's no explosive classes outside of the Demoman Smear, who's going to actually not be doing anything interesting. It's going to be Piscari picking up on Radford with a great shot through main. Follow-up bomb from DD, the bomb with the market gardener almost happened. Sarah's going to surf that away nicely. A follow-up bomb for feeling is not going to happen. He's going to, not even going to get the honor of cratering. Piscari just snipes him out of the air with a little quick hip shot. And this is looking like ANTIC may take this. There is one last chance for Arctic Foxes to initiate here once Adam respawns.
Yeah, completely even time right now, but of course ANTIC, they are holding the point, but this is extremely close. About 20 seconds for both teams. Here comes DD in the sky, but he's going to go behind, basically do the Tom maneuver. Here he goes, he's now up top here. DD in that prime position to do damage, but the Uber coming out for ANTIC is just holding on to the point. There's a little bit of time on it. DD's going to be in the skybox doing his best, but he gets taken down. But look at this, they actually do manage to cap the point. But if it gets P-capped at any point, it's going to be over. And actually Raptor goes down to the sky. That's a huge snipe right here. Now it's just going to be a DM fight for this point. If Red wins this, they win the round. And AMS comes in from behind. Now he's going to fight the demo man. Adam, he has to go for it. He can't let it be capped. He has to walk in there. Oh, he takes the stick out again. No. Clutch.
Very close round there. Unfortunately, the pressure got to him, and Adam misses his pipes. Not even having a sticky ready to reload and just kind of pop it at his feet. But that's going to be the round to ANTIC, looking to take things back potentially. Viaduct looks like it's going to be a map where anything can go now, because both teams seem to have shown their strength here and could potentially take this map. And hopefully ANTIC can show us what they got.
Yeah, it looks like Shoulder jumps in very quickly. Feeling just going to jump straight into the air, just inviting the air shot. Tom's just going to shoot the ground anyway. But everyone else is just moving forward, and Serotonin, like Adam, what is it with this stick with a nail through it? He's just using it constantly. He's doing so much damage. That's just Piscari going for the hero shots. Goes down.
Adam is inviting them personally. He's giving them tickets to the train, the pain train station.
Oh yeah. It's a cheap ticket, but you're gonna regret it anyway. The feeling actually gonna. Oh wait, no, sorry. I thought he was behind line. I'm dumb. But see now, ANTIC, they're gonna push in very aggressive, but Spear going down and Scrambler as well. Here comes the soldier onto the medic. Actually, a superb serve there by Raptor. Gonna do really well, but another snipe from Piscari. And he's actually out DMs the scout there. Great job by him, but gets followed up on.
Yeah, the SMG used to be a scout weapon, way back in the day. We're talking like beta TF2.
Yeah, that's some real old school shit right there. That was beta. Scout was a lot worse back then, incidentally. But
Yep.
we have the Uber advantage right now from Arctic Foxes, and still we see a lot of players pushing forward for Antic, and they're actually going to jump in onto Raptor and get him. That's what they were trying to do, and now Seraton's on 90%. As long as he doesn't die, it's a great situation.
Tiger going to be rushing in, trying to catch on to Smear potentially. He does manage to do it, and follows it up with an instant shot of a Seratone. Who is this guy? Why is he so good?
Man, just both medics dropping right now. Just complete terrorizing of the teams. And there's a scout onto the medic now. He's going to fight him off. AMS did the little fake out, but yeah, I think he's not falling for it. So even Uber's courtesy of both medics dropping. Let's see what happens. There's Arctic Foxes, they have to make something happen. And DD once again is going to jump behind lines while the rest of his team jump in. But DD gets taken down, but looks like everyone just focused him. And that was a pretty clean push right there.
And now we do see potentially Tiger going for another kill streak of his own, but he gets pressured. Gonna have to back off. Just barely gets away with a little bit of help from Adam's pipes. Looks like it's gonna be at the end of Scrab, but Tiger gets taken down, followed up by Feeling, managing to pick up Tom. Defensively, he's very low on health. Gonna try and rotate around. It's actually Maros who's initiating on the point, keeping the pressure on to keep him from capping it off. All this time he's saving is actually a huge impact now. AMS gonna get launched into the air, surfs it onto the pack. What an insane play. Buscari also now gonna fall up onto Adam, taking him down, and now it's Scrab with the Uber exchange happening onto Feeling. It's actually Feeling pulling some very nice rockets there, juggling him very freely and having a lot of fun with it too. DD gonna now jump in, initiating onto a failed air shot, but potentially can take out Seratone here. Misses the third rocket, but thankfully he had a fourth one loaded up, and that's going to be the end of Seratone.
Yeah, and that was just going to be a regular old push as a Scrapper didn't get the memo in between with the rest of his team. And actually Tom's going to jump in as well, and Pascal once again is going to kill a largely irrelevant player. At least it's not the medic that he keeps killing, so no, it's not like Pascal is ineffective or anything, it's just that he hasn't quite gotten like the really important net picks very often. So, no, baby steps, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, they're gonna have to hopefully overcome this big problem right now, because Arctic has a ton of time left, or ton of time elapsed. And now we do see some initiation from Antic. They're deciding to take this point right away. They do manage to pick up Tiger, but it's a follow bomb from DD onto China. He might potentially get Buscari. He does manage to pick that off with a nice little air shot there. AMS now rushing forward. Smear takes down Raptor. And that's going to be huge for them to be able to take this point now. Adam putting up a sticky trap onto the point. Could catch AMS. No, not even touching him. Barely grazing him. And now Adam's going to be met by AMS. But Tiger is not going to let that happen. He's going to be able to manage to keep his teammate alive, and a taunt comes from Adam as Tiger rushes to the point. He's not afraid of anything. No heals or nothing. He just needs to take down Tom. Finally with the pistol, able to take it down with Scrab. Going to be picking him off right away, and now he's going to be following up into DD so low. But Buscari hits the headshot, even though he was like 2 HP. And that's going to be enough for them to hold on to this point for just a little bit longer. They need some initiation, and actually Arctic Foxes are going to be pushing him back and capping it off again with 7 seconds left. I don't even know what's going to happen here.
Oh, Seratone's so weak. Seratone might die here, but now they have to move in. There's 2 seconds on the point. They get the demo man on it, so a little bit of time here, and the soldiers are standing on it. Like they're doing their absolute best right now, but no, it's just not quite going to be enough. And the Arctic Fox will take the second round, but that was a very closely fought round once again. Like it was a lot closer than it looked, basically, is what I'm saying.
For sure.
Yeah, very entertaining match so far.
I'm also very pleased. Let's see if Tom can pull it out of the bag this time. That drop was very crucial, but they weren't able to win the round, and if they can just keep that kind of aggression up, get those kind of opportunities and advantages, they can do something here. DD getting snuffed out, but a nice little air shot onto Scrab is going to be a great initiation. Tom also picking up on the Maros there, and Tiger going down as well. It's looking like all but lost for Arctic Foxes, as now it's Adam kind of desperately playing, holding onto the cliffside potentially. No, he wisely backs up. Thankfully, not going to get caught out here. They're going to be a re-pushing here, but the forward hold is finally coming. This is the first time we're properly seeing a forward hold, and this is great for Antic because Smear can sticky off the cliffside entrance, and everyone else, the soldier spam on the right, the scouts sitting on the high ground defending their scouts. It's a double.
Yeah, it was the first time we saw it in this game, but I don't think it's because teams didn't want to do it. They just didn't have the chance to do it. So the first time we see it, they immediately just fall for it really hard, and the feeling goes down as well. So normally we see someone go pyro in this, but they're actually gonna go out once again, just try to overwhelm the demo man. They lose 2 players forward, and so far Smear is not even dead. Holy hell, Smear is a god at holding this flip side.
AMS gets taken down, and that's going to be all the initiation they need. Feeling now getting up with the rest of the team. They're going to be rotating in through the left side, potentially. Tiger also getting a nice forward hold on the staircase. Takes a little bit of spam here, and now we do see the bomb from... I can't even see who it is. Feeling, who's just flying through the air, pulling all these players back. Adam's going to be jumping in and taking out Smear right away, but Scrab is playing the defensive scout. Able to take down both soldiers, is now following up on the Marrows, but not going to be able to follow up there quite. And now Puaskari takes out Adam, who is sitting on the back lines. Tiger now running away, potentially getting out.
Very close hold once again. Raptors on a tiny Uber advantage. I don't know, it's actually a pretty decent advantage, at least on this map, if you just push it on the dot. Oh, I think they'll just go in here with full of confidence, just hoping to out-DM him. But once again, the Sword jumping behind. This, I don't know what time it is that Tom does this, but he actually hits a really nice rocket onto Tiger. And the second Sword jumps in as well, but isn't quite able to get it. And that's a pretty good push right here coming out from Arctic Fox, and they will take it. Seroton, however, he did manage to like catch a cap and scrap and go back to spawn.
Very nice, and ANTIC shouldn't be too sad about that. Taking 2 minutes off in the first cap is absolutely comfortable, but they need to not get too comfortable and become complacent, because right now they do need to find an opportunity here to get a better of this exchange. The Ubers are forced off from both sides, and Feeling jumps in, potentially getting Seroton, who picks up a pack with a nice surf, and AMS is back on Soldier, but not able to defend his demo man from Maros, who is now currently looking for an opportunity to get in, but no, a great air shot from AMS. Gonna take down Maros, and now with all these frags in their favor, it's looking like some initiation from Tom, who's going to be jumping behind, pulling players back, and it's actually potentially going to catch out Adam here. He also follows up with the bomb onto Tiger, but it's not going to work. It's a follow-up rush from Puaskari, but it's not going to be enough to catch out the medic because he's got his teammates alive, and Raptor is going to be able to hold on to his life and buff up his players as they're going to be initiating onto this point very shortly.
Yeah, AMS is right now out of rocket, so he's not in the fight. It seems like he didn't know you could pick up rocket launchers. He just passed over several of them. But so they're just not even gonna try. He finally got some rockets, he's just gonna jump in, but it's all too late. So a very clean retake here, but it's actually a lot of time off the point right now for Antic. They have 45 seconds on it, and it's 2 minutes for Arctic Foxes. So they're gonna have to hold this point for quite a while, and there's actually a tiny Uber advantage on Seroton. And so they're definitely gonna be pushing out, and they're just gonna go right now, and Raptor, he's gonna get it just in time here. He's actually milking it quite a bit. But here comes the counter Uber, so now it's all on Antic to see if they can scatter from the winds here and not die, but so far they are not able to do so, and they lost 2 already.
But it's not over yet, because Smear has an opportunity to pick up on the Feeling, doing so much damage, but it's not going to be enough. He has a lot of heals, though, and plenty of stickies to do it. Finally takes down Feeling, but it's the bomb from Adam, who's able to sit on top of the cliff and just look at the ground, decide, hey, this would look a lot better with some red paint from your blood.
Yeah, shoot ground, get kill. Good strat. And AMS has actually gone sniper. That's new, right? I don't think we've seen that so far, the AMS sniper, but it's being brought out now. And he missed. What? That scout was standing still. That was not a good first impression, but he gets a kill to make up for it, I suppose. So that's gonna be a pretty good kill. Good push right off the bat. But Tom once again just jumps behind. He actually survives this time around. It just seems every single time they push, Tom just does a big double jump and jumps behind.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he's hoping to do there. He's pulling players behind, distracting players like Tiger, while the rest of the teams push forward, and I think it's kind of a little embarrassing a little bit for Arctic Foxes to keep getting distracted by it in such a way that they can't deal with it immediately. The Uber is forced off, however, from Raptor, and Seroton is only about 2 seconds away from getting this Uber, but getting bombed very harshly, and Adam's actually going to be able to pick up Scrab, and Smear goes down from Tiger. The Pain Train is going to take down AMS, and now it's going to be a very desperate time for them to push, but they only need 1 push to retake this point, and they have the Uber advantage. 10 seconds to go as well on their cap time, so once they get it, there's only going to be time for 1 desperate bomb from Arctic Foxes unless they can hold off this counter push right now.
Yeah, Raptor's on 50%. I'm almost certain he's not going to get it in time, although you should never say never. Like it's definitely a map where you can kite Uber, but the Devilman's going to jump in very aggressively. He might even try. Tom's actually onto Raptor. Raptor's in the house right now, being very aggressive, and yeah, Tom trades with the Devilman. That's pretty good. And here comes the cap point, but Seroton's about to go down to DD. It's complete chaos now. and it's a 2-on-1, and the two players are gonna win it. So close, and this gotta still be time for a second push here. And they didn't actually. They should have gone off the point a little bit there to get the better respawn, but they forgot to do that. You can see Raptor tried to do it, but that might be really disastrous right here if those players don't get the proper heals in time before the push comes in.
Exactly. AMS now going to be bombing in with a little bit of help from Tom, but actually Adam with the Uber ready to go is going to crush, taking names and taking down all these players. What an incredible play. They almost misplayed, but because Adam was able to respawn just in time, the respawn timer wasn't actually that much of a disaster. It could have been, though, because without Adam there at the last second to use that Uber, take down those soldiers, it would have been the end of the road for Arctic potentially, as it would have been 2-2. But no, Arctic Fox is going to take this with a clean 2-0 in the map series and a 3-1 on Product.
Yeah, it's a very similar result to Gullywash, I feel. Like, kind of surprisingly comfortable once again. And does Tiger have the exact same stat line?
I wouldn't say exact, but I mean, he's got practically the same amount of kills. Look at all that damage. He hit 10k as a scout, 450 damage per minute. What is happening?
That's crazy.
That's a perfect 2-0 KD.
Yeah, that's like, I think before he had a 1.8 KD, so he stepped up a little bit here, I guess. And then Adam number 2 in damage, and then also AMS had a pretty good game, damage-wise, and then Smear struggling with going 10 for 23 with some okay damage to speak up, and Maris going 27 for 18, Puskar going 26 for 22. We're actually playing most of the time as a sniper. That's probably why AMS was able to do so well. He played mostly scout, and you can really see the difference if you look at AMS's stats. Like on scout he went 18 for 11, and on soldier he went 4 for 11.
Oh yeah, when
difference.
you mouse over it, it looks really bad when you see AMS as a soldier. He did a very good job as scout, and unfortunately he only had that one opportunity as a sniper, missing a standing still scout, standing like a stone. But
Yeah.
he still followed
and then
up
hitting
with
2
a
body
nice...
shots and getting killed.
Exactly, and then taking down Adam there. But it wasn't enough. Antic gonna fall short of glory here today. It's looking like Arctic Fox is showing a lot of strength, but wow, that's quite a gap between a team like Seven shutting down Arctic Foxes, and then Arctic Foxes having a convincing but fairly even matchup versus Antic.
Yeah, Antic, I feel like so far they've actually proven to be kind of at the bottom of Prem, which is pretty surprising to me. I thought they'd be a lot better. Like they have some real talent on their team, and minus Tiger, which they cut. They might be kicking themselves at this point, but yeah, like still like Scrap, AMS and Smear, like those are all really good players. Serotonin, Tom, they all have a lot of experience, so you'd expect them to actually do a lot better than they do. But maybe it's just the whole team shake up with the changing classes and getting new players in that's really doing it in for them. But that might be the issue. But I think, without looking at the scoreboard, that Arctic Foxes have made it into the top 4. Yeah, they broke top 4 now. So they are tied on 3rd with Low Panda right now. So they made it into the top 4, and they have played 7, and some of the top teams haven't, except for 7. They haven't. They don't need to, because they're 7.
Exactly. They sit in their throat and decide who they want to fight and take out. Yeah, you can come up. No, stay down. Stay down. We don't want you in the playoff brackets.
Yeah. Oh, and apparently Tiger didn't get cut, but it's more funny that way. So I'm just gonna keep on saying it. Oh well. I don't know if we have interviews at all, but is there anything else that's worth looking at in these logs? Like, is there some heal stats or anything that jumps out at you?
Not particularly, though. I do see Raptor and Tiger and Didi sitting in the that little channel right above us. I think it's kind of a telling message. Maybe they want us to talk to them.
Man, that's a hint. Right. I'll get on it. So there we go. So we are now
Just
joined...
need to unsuppress them first.
Oh, that's a good idea. Hold on.
There we go. There's Raptor.
Hi.
Also Tiger, the incredible 450 damage per minute scout.
Hello.
Yeah, so tell us all about how you got cut, Tiger. Well, or maybe
I-
put the record straight, since I've
No,
apparently messed it up.
I started playing with him because it was it is a LAN team, and then I started playing with them, and I can't go to LAN anymore, so they wanted to play with people who could go to LAN.
Ah, right, okay.
So in a
Um,
way I was cut, but in another way I wasn't, because I sort of said, look, you want to play with someone else? They're like, yeah.
So you're saying you're too toxic for LAN.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, perfect. We're also joined by Raptor. So
Yo.
yeah, how was that game for you? There was definitely some shenanigans with a lot of drops coming up on both medics. It seemed like there was a lot of pressure going on, and of course,
Oh yeah,
yeah, like you
It
never
was-
know with snipers, and yeah.
it was a very messy game. Like especially on Gullywash, me and Serotonin died a lot because there were so many messy fights. But I guess that happens when you like always fight non-Evo versus non-Evo, very chaotic. Where like I'm fine with dying as long as my team wins the push and gets the points.
Yeah, there was definitely one fight where they bombed literally every single player onto you, and they got you, and then of course there was 5 players up, and they were wiped. So that works out. It looks like you did a lot better on Viaduct, though. It seems like yeah, you died 5 times, and Serotonin died 13 times. So like, what changed on Viaduct?
I think it was. I actually don't know. I think I had some also like clutch servers which saved my ass sometimes, but I think overall I played sometimes I also played too passive. Like sure, I survived then, but my team lost the fight because they didn't have heals. So obviously there was always like two sides to it. Like I can be passive and pad my logs by not having a death, but then my team is losing the fight and because they don't have the heals.
You got to think of the people that have you on your fantasy team, though. That's how you get a lot of fantasy points, just never dying. That seems to work.
Next official, I will only stand in spawn.
You still need to heal people and get Ubers, of course, but yeah, it's a
I'll
bold
have a
strategy.
scout
We'll
with
see how it
me.
works out. All right, I'm sorry, DD. I forgot about you. I guess I don't know. I thought I put it
Yeah,
down.
it's cool. It's cool.
Okay. Oh, so I guarantee that you would get a market gardener on Viaduct, and you have let me down. I'd call it the caster's curse, but really, I think it's all your fault.
You
Well,
actually
I
got
got
one
one.
though.
What?
You
Oh,
guys
did?
missed it.
Right
Oh my
at the
God.
end. No, it was on stream.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Well, this is embarrassing.
Oh yeah. So so now I'm really happy with the DD. I'm very glad that you could prove me right there, as I was saying. So I'd just like to thank you.
Yeah,
So
don't worry.
so why didn't you get 2? No. I kid. But it actually seemed like you had a pretty good game on Viaduct. I've always struggled to play Soldier on Viaduct. So what's the key there? You went positive. You went 21 for 20.
Lucky.
The key to playing Rome on this map is actually to just jump behind them all the time, and then just hope that they chase you. And then when they chase you, you just like jump backwards again. Like you don't even fight people. You just jump around like a retard, and it works.
Can't believe I didn't think of that. Yeah, it
It's
definitely
genius.
seemed like yeah, Tom was just constantly in the skybox. It seemed jumping behind it. I guess you were doing the same. That
Yeah.
seems to be the meta. What was your like your take on class balance on Viaduct? Like, how do you switch it up? Because there's a lot of teams that run like a sniper and 2 scouts and no roamer. So how do you guys approach that?
We don't really know. We just get a call every so often saying, I'm going sniper. And we're like, okay. And then we just play with it.
Well, it's more like I'm calling like, oh, I'm going sniper on Raptor's like, oh no, stay on soldier, and then I just stay on sniper anyways. I mean, I hit like 5
And then
body
I don't
shots.
heal you.
Yeah, and then he doesn't heal me.
Yeah, you had the railguns going. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed that Marosh didn't snipe today. I guess he wasn't feeling it today, but usually he's really good on Viaduct.
Yeah, it's been good in the game's previous matches this season. I was kind of surprised that we didn't see it more. He actually didn't switch to sniper at any time on Viaduct.
Yeah, it was either DD or Tiger.
I
But,
only sniped
we-
a tiny bit. And then,
Yeah, but we like to play with 2 scouts on product, and DD can switch to scout, but obviously Marosh and Tiger is above his level.
Slightly. No,
Yeah,
I
just a
blow.
tiny bit.
Let's see. Yeah, Tiger. Like you had two extremely good maps. You almost had like the exact same stat. You top damage and you
Did
got
I?
about 30 something
Yep.
kills and two KD. It was like really impressive.
Cool.
Since when are you like the best scout ever?
I just started playing it in pugs, and then I got pretty good at aiming. And
He
then,
just
yeah.
pounds. Give him
So
the
that's
heals, he
impressive.
presses
I've
W
literally,
and hits
honestly,
everything.
I've never played scout properly before. I merked a few seasons ago and got like for 3-6. Like that was like my first official as scout. And then that's it. I've just been playing it recently, I suppose.
I guess you found a talent. I guess. You get to sharpen your skills next week against the absolute nuts, formerly known as Nunya. That's going to be on Cough Product and CP Snakewater Final. And so far, Nunya have been pretty bottom tier, kind of as expected. Are you afraid at all? Or do you think you might be overconfident and drop some rounds, or do you think you got this?
I don't think we'll lose that many rounds. We might lose a couple on Snake, but Viaduct should be comfortable.
Are you weak on Snake?
No, just if there was a map they would get rounds on, it would probably be Snake.
I
All right.
remember them being like pretty good on Snake. Like
Yeah,
just from official results from last season and scrum results.
Yeah, that would make sense. Do you guys think you'll get another LoLs game this season, or do you think it's actually going to be like a really close playoff race this time around? Like right now, you're on a shared third or fourth, however you want to look at it. Do you think it's going to be a very close season, or do you think you're going to be kind of comfortable in making it into the playoffs?
Am I-
Seems like we should be okay.
Yeah,
It's definitely gonna be close though. Like, I don't think we've played against Lego yet, so I can't judge them yet.
Who've we got left? Hold on.
we have for sure
that's
some
fine.
tough opponents left, which we need to beat to like set ourselves ready for playoffs, because most of those teams will be in playoffs as well.
Yeah, we've got two pretty good games. So we've got No Invasion, we've got Lego.
Yeah.
Be good.
Yeah, those are definitely teams that can steal rounds and maps off of you if you're not careful.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that should be pretty exciting. Next week, maybe not so much. If all things goes as planned, you should probably get that. But on our road, do you have any more questions, maybe about I-61 or something?
I mean, I could, but I wanted to talk about Gullywash for just like just a short thing.
Sure.
I can't remember what it was because it feels so long ago. But yeah, I'll go into I-61 questions. So, how are you guys feeling for preparing for what's about to come, particularly with your own EU scene, or do you think you've got any preparations underway for what America's going to be bringing?
That's a hard question.
I don't want to answer that.
Well, I mean, like, how do you feel you guys stack up currently in the EU scene? And do you feel like you have the potential and you've just had maybe a few bad games, or like just lay it on me? How do you guys feel you guys are going to do against your own EU?
Well, the thing is, this whole team won't go to LAN. Like, only like I know DD is going to LAN with, but not confirmed with a team yet. I will be there with a different team, and I don't know about the other members. Obviously, Tiger already left ANTIC because he couldn't go to LAN, so he's obviously not going to LAN with us. And then feeling Adam and Marsh, I don't know what their plans are. So I can't really compare this team with an NA team, but I think we're competing pretty well in this ETF2L season.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, you guys showed some really good strength there, especially Tiger. Just phenomenal work all around. There were some times where like you were on your last shot and like you were chasing down, I think it was not Adam, it was Smear. You were chasing him down and it was like you had 2 shots left and you killed Smear and then turned around and meat shot Serotonin with your last shot just
Yeah.
before dying, and I was like, what? It was
No, yeah, I remember that.
absolutely insane stuff going from you.
I actually didn't mean to do that. I was going for Smear and the medic just appeared next to me.
You're not supposed to admit that.
Well, if the medic appears next to you, you're gonna shoot him.
Yeah, that's a good good instincts there to draw your aim towards that body. Click that button.
High
Yeah,
sense.
Tiger Pounds.
Can't do
But
that
yeah,
with
I
the low
think
sense.
I hope I61 will be sick, and that Americans will bring a good team to LAN. There hasn't been announced anything yet, but I
Yeah,
know
things
the I
are-
know the EU scene will be really good because like I will be going with a team. Then there Unexpected
Ooh.
wants to go, ANTIC wants to go. Like they need to step up though. Then obviously 7. So yeah, that will be good.
Yeah, and then hopefully we get like a good American team or a Benny team. So yeah, let's go to shoutouts before we run out of time. So Didi, why don't you start with some shoutouts?
Shout out to twitch.tv/raptor00x. Shout out to Bubs. Shout out to Tiger, obviously, for fucking pounding them. Whoops. And shout out to the team.
All right, Raptor, is there anything you'd like to tell us we should subscribe to?
Shout out to twitch.tv/dd5f. Shout out to Shocky, Psychus, Puskari. Yeah, shout out to Ali, Ast, Samsi. I think that's it.
And Tiger.
Shout out to ANTIC. They're a really good team. They're really good fun to play with, and I hope they do well. That's it. Oh, and my team.
Oh, right.
Oh, and
I think it's too
shout
late.
out to you guys for casting, obviously.
Yeah, I'd like to extend a huge thank you to the two American side, both Erynn and Ro, putting in some great work, saving the EU scene by helping us out when everyone else is. Oh, sorry, Canada.
NA. We're
It's-
from
it's
NA.
That's
all
still
North
NA.
American to me. Yeah, Aaron is throwing a hissy fit now in chat. We'll just have to deal with that. These days, people are not very keen on being called Americans, but yeah. But thank you guys either way, no matter where you're from. We still love you. And I think that concludes week 4 of ETF2L season 27. So next week we're gonna be having and starting week 5, and there's gonna be some great matchups there, and we're about closing in on the really deciding games of the season. So definitely stick around, check it out, and I think that's gonna be it for me and Ro tonight. Unless you have any last words, Ro. Other than that, we're gonna just peace out.
Just gotta say, I'm very excited to see the rest of the ETF2L season as things are getting underway, and then hope to see you guys at I61.
Bye bye.
Woo.